we're not twins.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Casey Figueroa with R&K Air Conditioning. I am the crane operator here, sales, service manager, a little bit of everything. My brother Ryan does nothing.
Yeah, so I'm Ryan Figueroa. Like Casey said, he runs the service side, crane operator, residential side, and I run the commercial project side. We've been in business for, what, 22 years?
23 years.
Yeah. Since 2002 is when the company was originated. We are second generation. Yeah, we mainly focus on commercial and some light residential, but we are the go-to guys in Imperial Valley, or we like to think we are anyway.
How'd you come up with the name Top Gun Mechanical?
So I actually own multiple businesses. I own a gun shop,
Okay.
which is called Top Gun Ballistics, and I have a buddy in Florida who he's kind of the same way. He's an entrepreneur and he has multiple businesses as well. Well, all of his businesses are all the same, where it's grind hard ammo, grind hard flooring, grind hard this. So his logo looks the same across the board. So essentially I kind of wanted to use the same idea where when somebody says, oh, that's Ryan, he owns Top Gun. Well, all the logos are actually the same, just the actual bottom name changes.
Yeah.
So I started my first business when I was 18, fresh out of high school.
What was it?
Duct testing, actually. I was a HERS rater for about 6 years. Yeah. So I was the only HERS rater in town, and I did air conditioning still. I was fresh out of trade school, started the duct testing company, and was doing air conditioning at the same time. And that lasted about 6 years, and now my buddy actually took over that business. And then I started another company, which was called Half-Baked Powder Coating. So I owned and operated a powder coating shop for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And I just recently sold that business 2 years ago to a customer. And we just roll into the next, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But yeah, so essentially Top Gun was because, for one, we're in California, so you know the movie Top Gun, Miramar. Everybody loves Top Gun. Us being in California and being on the other side of it with the firearms industry, so. So there we go, there's our mark, and it is on the stop.
Yeah.
And that's prep. So we're ready to crimp.
Do you know how many fittings you're using on this job?
On this project, we ordered initially, I think we ordered close to 750, maybe 800 fittings off the top of my head, but we're actually now getting towards the upstairs to where it's kind of going towards the mid to end of the project, so we're actually needing more. So give or take, we'll probably use close to 1,000 fittings on this job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, everybody loves it. They don't want to get the torch.
Oh yeah, no, well that's just it. You don't have to drag a torch on the ladder, and then like on these commercial sites, they want a fire watch. So technically we're supposed to have 2 guys. One guy soldering, one guy watching for embers falling, smoldering. Not here so much, but like on a geothermal project, they would actually have a fire watch for 2 hours after they were to solder to make sure that there were no embers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which cost a lot.
Oh, yeah. What are the benefits using RLS for your company?
Well, for one thing, it's a lot faster, so it's a lot more efficient on a project. No flame, so we don't have to have fire watch. We don't have to worry about fire extinguishers. I mean, and let's be honest, it is a lot faster if we're going to go through and say we're gonna braze or solder an 1.125" elbow. By the time the guy preps it, solders it, and lets it cool down, I mean, you can obviously use a wet rag, but by the time that's all done, you can't physically touch it till it's cool. So once you grab it, put it up to assemble, you're talking probably 10 minutes. But with press fittings, you're prepping it, pressing it, and it's ready to go within 2 to 3 minutes with prep. So just the fact of the efficiency alone is huge as far as labor savings. This whole building is RLS, everything here, ball valves, fittings. I don't think I had it, maybe brazed 4 times just at the condenser. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, so 4 different heat recovery VRF systems on this building, along with multiple mini splits, so elevator room. And then the owner is a doctor. He wanted all his MRI equipment, his office, anything that had specialty equipment, obviously on a standalone. So
Yeah.
it actually has redundancy where we did pipe in the VRF, so it is conditioned off the VRF, but also we have the mini split essentially as backup, but they will utilize it as primary cooling, I would imagine, just because of the rooms the equipment that's in them. So
Yeah.
this is what I like doing. VRF's kind of always been my thing. We were the first contractor in the Imperial Valley to actually bring VRF,
Oh, wow.
and obviously it's kind of a new thing. But if I were to guess, I would say probably close to 800 or 900 fittings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
we used quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 4 systems, 4 branch boxes. There's 12 ports per branch box, so essentially not 12 air handlers per branch box, but I believe there was 38 air handlers. So 2 pipes per air handler plus the 3-pipe system. Yeah, there's quite a few fittings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely sped things up.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. So that you say that, the very first time we used RLS was on a project up in Beaumont, California, and I calculated it out. We had 300 fittings to use, and it was the first job. We were like, okay, we're going to purchase this equipment. We're going to try it and see if it actually, is labor efficient, and it was. So I expected us to go through, and we had already ran the pipe, but just to solder all the fittings with nitrogen, the whole 9 yards, I figured it would take us about 3 weeks with 2 guys. So my brother and I went on site, went through, installed all the fittings, crimped everything. We did it in about 5 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking half.
Yeah.
The cost of the fittings is a little bit more, but in a sense, it's not, because solder is expensive, nitrogen is expensive, labor is expensive. So for us, the cost difference was a huge, significant savings. Amazing, really. And so since that project, we've used RLS on everything, literally.